Venus enters Capricorn on November 11th. This is arguably the best sign we're going to see Venus in for quite some time. So make the most of it. Venus holds triplicity here in Capricorn. It's advantageous. And what I love most about Venus in Capricorn is the level of respect that can be cultivated between two mutually adoring but very different human beings. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, enters the refined, cultivated sign of Capricorn on November 11th, 2024. Venus is moving kind of quick, so she's only going to be here until December 7th. But we love Venus in Capricorn. And this is something I've been talking about with a lot of my clients who are trying to plan Venusian things, like let's say weddings or parties or anything Venusian, usually weddings. This is the best condition we're going to see of Venus for a long time, because Venus is then going to go, well, in Aquarius, fine, but Venus in Pisces is kind of hindered by Saturn that's there, and then Venus is going to enter Aries, where she's in detriment, and go retrograde in Aries. That's going to be for the month of March and April. We'll talk more about that in the future. But for our intents and purposes here, this is the best condition of Venus we're going to see for a little while. And that may speak volumes for us in terms of Venus regarding things like joy and delight and relating and making things delightful in our lives. So take that for what you will. But we like Venus in Capricorn. Venus holds triplicity rulership in Capricorn. And so Venus is strong here. Venus is supported here. And when we think about the kind of love that Venus in Capricorn supports, it's love of building a future together, love of planning something together, which means that you're invested in one another. So even though Capricorn is a cardinal sign, it's constantly pushing forward, it's pushing ahead, it's got a vision. It's not like a fixed sign. It's almost like you get the endurance that you would of Venus in a fixed sign, because it's ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is all about no BS. It is what it is. Let's make the most of it. So Venus in Capricorn is future oriented. It's down to earth. Something that I think a lot about, my little one snuck up and joined me for this last little bit, but anyhow, something I think a lot about with Venus in Capricorn is how historically, for our survival, humans would have chosen mates that had different skills than we might have. And that's for our survival. And so I talk about this a lot in regards to compatibility with my clients, about how opposites attract and how that is biologically ingrained for us for our survival. And so I think a lot about that with the utility of Venus in Capricorn, and how joining forces with someone who has a different skill set than you is to our advantage, because it can help you build a stronger future together when you put your skill sets together. So that's a little bit about what I think about with Venus in Capricorn. And for our purposes here with Venus in Capricorn, we might think about the future, how we can feel supported long-term in our relationships, in our friendships, the things that we do, that we enjoy, the things that bring us delight, and how those things can continue to support us long-term. And that's one thing I love about astrology, actually, is that you can study astrology at any age, and you're never done learning. So that's a little bit about Venus in Capricorn for right now. Think about the future. And that's your astrology shot of the day. And I'll catch you next time. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in with me today. For more astrology in your world, you can connect with me on all platforms at Astro Catherine. You can also head on over to my website, catherineurban.com, where you can book your next astrology reading. We'll go into depth into your natal chart, your progressions, your profections, your solar return, your transits, and beyond. You can also join my mailing list, where you can stay up to date with me on new classes as well as article drops. I look forward to connecting with you, and I'll see you next time.